Hey everybody, and welcome back to Video and Stuff. I'm the producer of Dragon Ball Legends, TOSHI, and with me today are...
Hello everyone, I'm the advertising producer Kai.
Hello everyone, I'm the other producer Yu. Glad to see you all again.
It's finally time for another Video and Stuff. Toshi was on his own for the last episode, so this is the first Video and Stuff of 2021 with all of us together.
It's always livelier with the three of us, but again, I'm probably going to be the one that's going to be talking most of the time.
Yeah, definitely. Well then, let's jump into the first segment. Info on the Legend worldwide release 1000th day anniversary campaign. It will soon be 1000 days since Dragon Ball Legends was released worldwide. Today, we're going to give you a sneak peek at what we have planned. You are up, Toshi.
First of all, I'm very grateful that we managed to get to celebrate 1,000 days since the official release of Legends. Of course, it has been more than 1,000 days for the many of you who have been playing before the official release, but to express our gratitude to all of you, we have tons of things planned through to the end of March. Today, I'd like to show off a few things that will be arriving in the coming days. So, first up is this one. We have the special champion bonus prepared where players can get up to 1,000 chrono crystals just for this special occasion.
Is it 1000 chrono crystals because we're celebrating our 1000th day anniversary?
Yes, exactly. This is a special occasion. Normally, everybody will get 500 chrono crystals from the champion bonus, but just for this special occasion, we will be giving out 1,000 chrono crystals, similar to that of Legends Festival. So maybe, I don't know, when we get to 2,000 days, we might give out 2,000 stones. Well, I don't know, we'll find out. All right, so next up is this. We have the Ultra Space-Time Rush Tweak. As part of our 1,000-day anniversary campaign, we'll be tweaking the Ultra Space-Time Rush. Technically speaking, players will still be completing the same quests by taking all their arsenal that is their character and defeating those specially designed strong enemies. Of course, we'll be changing those rewards though, so that you can focus a lot more on different things, specifically speaking, for this instance, Zenkai Awakening. That does mean, of course, that we will be replacing certain aspects of the rewards that we have right now for the players that will be joining in later on. Now, in this case, we have rewards where players will be able to instantly get chrono crystals, special summoning tickets and such, but after this tweak, players will be able to focus on specially designed Zenkai Awakening Z powers. In this case, you have the characters that everybody has access to by clearing the story and clearing the missions, such as the Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan Blue Goku, or the Green Movie Broly and such. Now, the lineup will be changing as the event will move on, so you don't have to worry about constantly grinding for the same characters, but we wanted to make sure that you get what the worth is out of this event, so that we can show you that this event is specially designed for players that wants to specially design their party to be a bit more focused for certain Zenkai characters. Of course, you'll also be able to get the usual Legends limited characters such as Gohan and Piccolo and Goku, and that won't be changing, but some of the crystals will be moving on to different events. So for those of you who might be worried that the stones might just simply disappear, don't worry about it, I'll be explaining this in a bit, but they will just simply be moving to a different place, so at the end of the day, players will be able to grind out and acquire many rewards that really won't be changing from the past. Of course, we'll also have the special 1,000-day anniversary login bonuses and missions along with those events and the tweaks. Not to mention, this is something that I can't strictly talk about yet, but there will be a new character specially designed for this 1,000-day anniversary, so I hope everybody looks forward to that, or at least everybody that's been logging in for the past 1,000 days. So it's definitely something to look forward to.
That's right, the 1000-day anniversary campaign will be here soon. Let's move on to the next segment. Legends update information. Toshi mentioned a new gameplay mode in the last Video and Stuff, and this time we can give you a little more information. You are up again, Toshi.
Alright, so I'll start off by announcing the new mode's name. It is called the Tournament of Power mode.
Wait, could that name have something to do with the Universe Survivor arc? That sounds exciting.
Yep, so the mode is technically related to the Tournament of Power that was part of the original anime series, but we have our own taste of it. So, it should be on the screen right now, but here is your first impression of the Tournament of Power mode that we have prepared for you guys. First off, this mode is already different right from the party formation. Everybody will be able to create a Tournament of Power specific party of 6 characters and maybe more, and position them on a 3x3 grid of 9 spaces in total. There will be certain boost characters that grant your team certain buffs, so there's a lot more strategic gameplay involved that is not exactly real-time, but there will be a turn-based system as well. And you can play your characters in certain ways, place them in certain spaces, and at the end of the day, try to win that battle in your own way. Then, when the game starts, you will advance through the map by selecting spaces to move forward to. So, there will be 2 phases. The first phase, where players decide on which space to move forward to, and then the second phase, where they take out their character party formation and choose which characters goes where and fight the enemy. Of course, there will be certain spaces granting you maybe health or certain other bonuses, because at the end of the day, your goal is to reach the last boss at the end of the map. Of course, we will have special rewards just for this, because this mode is intended to be something of a polar opposite of that of the PvP mode that we have right now, where players battle it out 1v1 real-time in the usual gameplay that is Dragon Ball Legends. Of course, that does mean that the ranking will be there just like that of the PvP mode, and that the reward will be just as good.
I see, it really is a completely different game mode. Legends is an action game, but this is a cross-to simulation.
Yes, it's similar to that of a RPG simulator, or maybe somebody might call it auto chess, but this is something that you won't have direct control over during the battle. Rather, players will be deciding where the characters are, and then those characters will be acting out depending on where they are on that map. And it'll be a turn-based system, but it will move on automatically, meaning you basically choose how the characters will go into battle, and then see how it bouts out, and look at the reward at the end of the day. And of course, that does mean that the characters will have their own individual abilities that ties into this specific game mode. Of course, most of the characters, or rather, we'd like to think all of them, will be carrying on their statuses and those major attributes, but at the end of the day, the characters with those special, unique abilities catered for this specific mode will be the key to survival.
I think with Tournament of Power, we are offering a new gameplay experience that we haven't seen before in Legends. You will have to think about your strategy, for example, choosing health recovering spaces after a battle. But it is not an intense gameplay mode like PvP, so you can play it at your own pace.
So it will be purely PvE, meaning you will be fighting AIs and CPUs, but your opponent characters will be based on other players' parties. So it's sort of a pseudo PvP, like that of what I mentioned maybe nearly over a year ago, but this is entirely something different. Of course, the goal of this will be for you to aim at the last boss of the entire map and to defeat it, but players will be able to gain points by defeating specific enemies, by bringing in specific characters, and by defeating enemies in a faster way and such. There will be lots of different minor rules, so I hope everybody looks forward to that as well. Another thing that I'd like to mention is it won't be purely meta-based in a sense that as the seasons move on, certain characters will have a point buff of sorts, a tier system, where players not using certain characters will have a special bonus where if you use those characters, you'll get bonus points, meaning if your party is different from that of what everybody else is using, you might get more points than everybody else and get an advantage in that PvP pseudo ranking system. But of course, this is an entirely different mode from that of the original PvP mode that we have, and they'll be completely different, but you will be able to enjoy both of them at your own pace.
This new mode is scheduled to arrive in the spring. Look forward to it.
Good evening. This is the Legends News. The world's first special celebration of Dragon Ball games, the Dragon Ball Games Battle Hour will be held online on March 7th, JST. For Dragon Ball Legends, there will be the Ultra Space-Time Show's Another Showdown, in which the Legends development team will challenge top players from the World Championship in PvP battles with special rules. Also, the Knowledge Showdown, a quiz show that tests players' knowledge of Legends, and Ask Staff Q&A segment in which I, myself, will be answering your questions about the game. For more information about the program, please check out the official Battle Hour homepage and its social media accounts. And now, in other news. A new character will be making their first appearance in Legends. Let's start by checking out this video. The Broly is joining the battle in Legends. His attack gets boosted every time he uses a strike card, so you can power up to launch an all-out ultimate arts as your basic strategy. His special arts give him buffs and nullifies his attribute downgrades and abnormal conditions, so you really stand to lose nothing by using it whenever you can. Not only does he have a special cover change against strike cards, but he also reduces his damage received when changing cover, meaning even if you change cover against a Blasts or Ultimate Arts card, you can still avoid some damage. Another interesting point is that his Z ability is the first one to ever boost maximum base health for the tag Powerful Opponents. That is all for the Legends news. Thank you.
We shared tons of new information in this month's episode. You take part in Battle Hour as well?
Yeah, TOSHI and I will compete against players from the Showdown players.
So, most likely, if we just fight them 1v1 normally, we won't have any chance whatsoever. So we'll be playing in a special rule just for this event. So I hope everybody looks forward to that as well.
I'm looking forward to that. And I'm glad we finally got to show off the new Tournament of Power mode.
Me too. So as I mentioned earlier, the tweaks from the Rush and this new Tournament of Power mode and all these things will allow for players to focus on different rewards in their own pace, along with the mission plan as well. So I hope that everybody looks forward to this new content, this new reward system, and that we'll be looking at it closely as well so that we can tweak it as we move on, just like we always do. And I think that's about it for this month's video and stuff, but thank you again for everybody watching this, and I hope to see you guys next time. See you guys.
Bye.